What did you finally see? What I sent?
Yes, I'm looking in general. Ugh.
But yay, the Slayer is not dead. Welcome back to the land of the living.
It was a battle.
Hey, be glad you didn't have to cross the Rubicon Primaris.
Alright. Fighter is done.
Nice.
So, um, if you would all turn your attention to homebrew stuff and look at water Dracian and fire Dracian. Oh, 1 second. Um, uh,
Water
uh,
Dracian. And I see water. I don't see fire. Oh, I just see Dracian. Okay.
yeah, because I can't edit the name because it's already been published.
Ah, okay.
Weird
Alright.
question. Is Cool Tony with the gun supposed to be someone that I should take note of?
No, they were one of the first ever DMs I walked with. They had the horrendous misfortune of
Meow Kingdom. Sorry, Doggo just first comment I see going live is Meow Kingdom. Because the stream is titled My Own Kingdom.
Now, if you look at Water Dracian and you look at Lightning Dracian, on the second page above, on the second page they each have something between Eye of the Dragon and Draconic Physique, or next to, depending on how the layout is.
Yeah, Lightning Dracian has Thunderbringer.
It's probably not super important, Slayer, but on the Lightning Dracian page, it does say female fire Dracian traits.
Thank you for pointing that out.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure.
Okay,
yeah.
so what I do is I copy the fire one because it's kind of the base default one, and then I modify it.
Yeah, I've noticed that there isn't one for
reasonable way
the
to do
Fire
it.
Dracian. Interesting. I guess you haven't figured out one for the Fire Dracian, or is that just full default?
That's the thing. The Water Dracian one has Aquatic Adaptation, and the Lightning Dracian one has Thunderbringer, which I really like.
Thunder bring her through.
Okay, but now imagine that song is singing, but Zeus isn't there, and you just look up, and you see these figures flying through the storm clouds, briefly illuminated during the flashes of lightning.
That would be terrifying.
That's how Lightning Dracians go hunting.
God. Oh my god, that's genuinely terrifying.
So fire doesn't have one. Lightning has Thunderbringer. Water has Aquatic Adaptation. I need something like that for fire. It's gonna be a 6th level effect.
Alright.
And I think I want to call it Flame Sovereign.
Also, is the whole thing with me not being able to use my Ringstone effect?
What level are you?
We are level 10, I think.
Then you can use your wings. It says at level 10.
Oh yeah, I just remember you saying I couldn't use my wings for a while because of me being too young.
Actually, that was something completely unrelated. Don't worry, It's been resolved.
Okay, no, never mind.
Things happened without you ever realizing it that removed the issue you never realized was there.
Okay.
It's like you got cancer, but then your cancer and ate your cancer, so it then starved because it no longer had a cancer to eat, and you no longer had cancer.
Ah, so my cancer ate itself. Understood. I don't fully understand, but okay. But now you got me thinking about the Lightning Dracian singing.
Between the 5 of us, I think we have at least 4 brain cells. I was thinking we could quickly put together something for the Fire Dracian.
We have 4.3 at the minimum. I have a third of a brain cell.
I have 0.3 of a brain cell?
No,
I'm so happy!
No, the 0.3 is me.
The 0.3.
No, I'm the 0.3 here.
I think you drastically overestimate how many brain cells I currently have.
All right, so we have 0.75 between all 5 of us.
Excellent.
0.75.
That's not even a whole cell, but we have that much.
We don't have cells, but we got a soul.
No cells, but we have a soul. Let's go team 0.75.
Great, now I'm just thinking of fucking
because I'm here
cells
doesn't
at
mean
work.
You're right. It's 0.75, but it's only divided 4 ways. You're adding the full 0.
No, soul is the point.
He is the point. That's funny.
Look, all of my brain power is going to these subclasses. I haven't even done any session prep for my own campaign this last week.
Okay, but like,
Oof.
so I just need a 6th level ability for the Fire Dracy, and I want to call it Flame Sovereign, and the whole thing is their fire. They're kind of like the default generic Dracian that all the others are being stand off of, so it just needs to be more fire. I'm honestly just debating giving them a once per day fireball.
Are you dead set on Flame Sovereign? Never have you considered Sovereign Flame?
Sovereign of Flame? What if it's
They
a
both
healing
sound
ability?
cool. I was just curious.
What if it's a healing ability like a phoenix's flames? You wrap yourself in fire and heal yourself for X amount of points.
I don't think you understand how Dracians walk. They beat the shit out of everything and then just lay there until they heal up again. You know, they
There's more
sleep it
things
off
to
like a
beat
dragon.
up. What if there's more things to go beat up?
And they beat those up before they have a nap.
Yeah, they just keep beating things up. Either they run out of things to beat up or they die. It's typically the first.
Slaya. I also realized a small inconsistency in in your My Own Adventures lore that you informed me of.
Oh, okay, so if you read through the lore, I've actually done smaller adders throughout the whole thing, so reading from it start to finish, there'll be like 7 inconsistencies that things have just updated.
No, this was something recent. When we were building our characters for the one shot, that's
Uh-huh.
not going to be a one shot anymore. And I suggested Asimar, and you said Asimars are all extinct because of the High King.
Uh-huh.
Why? Asimars are the only race with a natural resistance to radiant damage.
That's
So
not an inconsistency.
Okay, but wouldn't the High King try to like invoke their aid against the fight, or in the fight against the Academy, or not the fucking Soul
The
Empire?
Soul Empire. Here's the thing. The Soul Empire are more likely to worship Asimar as children of God. Or at least how I see it. Because so we've got Solios, who is like, a celestial being.
Yeah, but the
And then
Soul
you have
Empire only
Asimar, who are
recognizes Soul
reflections of that celestial
as
being.
the Soul Empire only recognizes Solios as the god, right? They don't recognize other deities.
They know other deities exist, but Solios is the most powerful.
He's
Yeah,
the head
so
of the
why the hell
pantheon.
would they care about any other Asimars if all they care about is Solios? If they could prove that Asimar is a descendant of Solios, then yeah, I get it. But
I don't know.
Also, celestial beings are usually inherently opposed to infernal beings, like the High King.
Exactly.
So all Asimar being a threat to her power, it is easier for her to just simply exterminatus them.
Yeah.
Like, it does feel in keeping with a lawful evil character to do something like that.
And also, like, I do imagine that Slayer would probably not trust the ASMRs to begin with, from her own personal experience, if I remember correctly.
Mm.
Like, it's the whole thing of trying to ally with somebody who could kill you easily. It's not going to be easy to convince them that you're on their side, or that they should be on yours.
That being said, that's Asimar in the Miowne Kingdom. There could be Asimar deep in other areas of the world. Like, the High King can't get past barrier that is protecting the Soul Empire. So there could be, Priest Asamar somewhere in like the Soul Empire capital, but they're not going to venture out into Miowne Kingdom.
Yeah, they're mostly going to be at home. Because, again, they might be seen as, like, holy beings of Soyo, so yeah. Why does this give Crimson vibes?
It makes sense either way. It's like a catch-22, which decision you go with.
Yeah. So, it's really up to Slaya, given that this is her world, but we're just giving ideas.
Yeah, I was just curious about it. Because I was like, this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
It both does and doesn't. It's just interesting, just to think. It's interesting just to look at stuff and wonder.
Very interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I said, catch-22 decision. You either attempt to join forces with them, and they could turn on you and easily kill you at any given moment, or you wipe them out and lose a potentially very strong ally.
Which could incite them joining with your enemy to begin with, so... Anyways. We're gonna be stuck on this topic all goddamn day.
Yes, quite.
Like, trust me, I know from experience so far because of me, Graves, Slaya, and Rice arguing about Lancer lore for like 4 hours of a session.
And then we just start discussing Lancer lore in general.
We're arguing a single point for like an hour, and then we start talking about random Lancer lore in general, and it stops. It's just like, well, I guess we're not doing what I had planned today.
Yeah. But I mean, ultimately, as long as we're all having fun, which we were.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, we all were, and to this day, I am always just like, damn, we're all just autistic and don't realize it half the time.
I will
No, I'm fully aware that I'm autistic.
Speaking of the one shot that is no longer simply a one shot, my character is never going to refer to your character by their actual name. It's always going to be Salt something.
And you're always going to refer to mine as a thing.
That was the plan with making up his character name.
And you're never going to refer to me by my name,
even though
right?
my character wasn't even there.
He wasn't there, but I only referred to him by like 3 things, and they were all not his name.
They are all some variation of Salt.
Yeah.
But
well, no, at one point it was Soggy Mosh Bottoms.
Yes, Soggy Marsh Bottoms.
Oh yeah, I do recall Soggy Bottom Salt Marsh.
But yes, then there is
Salt Lick, Saltine Cracker.
Like I remember
I'll probably referred to as Knackle at some point.
Like, I know for a fact, Sol, you will never refer to my character as their actual name.
No, that slime ooze thing.
You'll always refer to her as a thing, aren't you?
And then Tynell starts to yell, "It's not a thing, she's our friend."
It's not natural to this world.
You're not natural to this world.
Lizard folk are natural to this world.
There's about 50 people who would disagree with me, and we just rescued them, so you better hold it together.
You mean the lizard folk we rescued?
Yeah, they will specifically say that you should not exist. And I won't argue with them. They'll say you're unnatural to this world.
No, they'll say I'm a curse.
That is unnatural to this world. There you go.
A curse, a blight, an ill omen sent by the gods.
With unnatural colors, not of this world.
Unnatural shimmering colors, not of this world.
Meanwhile, literally just sand colored.
Yes, that's the funny bit.
Unnatural colors, not meant for human eyes.
The rest of them might be greens and blues, but sand.
Hold on. I need to find the overly sarcastic production thing.
Yes, a sand-colored lizard is unnatural.
Yes.
Not an aquamarine blue lizard, though. That's natural.
No, that's perfectly normal.
I blended with the
Atmospheric as
sea.
fuck. Red, you're killing me. No, this is great. Keep it. No, keep it. It's great.
We told her
Watch
that
me
she was well-behaved
seethe
on
in
the
the
light during the
sea.
main podcast. She played with them as much as
I
she wanted
blended
to.
with
What
the
he
sea
just-
too, just always on the ocean floor.
Just shrugs off. His captain's coat jumps in the water, and suddenly he's invisible.
Alright. So Okay. Because honestly, the idea of giving Fire Dracians just a one-time use fireball sounds interesting, but a bit underwhelming compared to these other ones, which have a lot of wordage and cool effects.
Oh no,
to
it would
them.
have lots of fan narrative, but okay, so let's simplify this down. You realize there's a pattern between the two of them. They both knock enemies prone. Because my
Yes.
thinking is this level 6 ability is more defensive orientated than actually offensive.
Yeah, I'm getting
It
that
is-
vibe.
What if you're able to essentially cast Wall of Fire?
Isn't that a little powerful for 6th level?
Wall of Fire, I think, is a 4th or 5th level spell.
Also, it has to thematically
Fifth
fit.
level, I
I
believe.
can't think of a way they can breathe a wall.
Yeah, this is something to do with their breath weapon, essentially.
I was right. Wall of Fire, 4th level evocation spell.
Unfortunately, I don't think that'll be. I mean, as much as that would
I
be
mean,
really
it
cool,
fits
it
with
would.
the defensive theme.
It fits with the defensive theme, but doesn't exactly fit because I'm looking at the wording for both of them. They both seem to have something to do with dragon tongue as well.
Well, aquatic adaptation is all fishy stuff.
Yeah, well, the Thunderbringer one, it does have to do with the dragon tongue, which is very interesting. And aquatic adaptation, that's more geared for the fact that they're supposed to be water.
Like, Tail Whip is an almost entirely defensive thing, because here's the thing, if you're on land, you can get surrounded by like 8 enemies, and that's terrifying. If you're in the ocean, you can get surrounded by 26 enemies, because there are 26 squares adjacent to you at all times.
Why do you think I decided to scrap the idea for aqua combat in Lancer?
Oh no, I'm embracing it. Me and Sol actually even discussed the philosophy of it.
Oh no. Oh no.
I had never really considered it, and I was like, that's a lot of enemies.
But 26
Fireball!
enemies. You have surrounded a world killer Genghis. I'm about to inform you why that is a
Oh my
bad
gosh, we just
decision.
crossed the threshold, we're at 1 brain cell!
Okay,
We
the Genghis
made
would actually
it!
be a good idea.
Team One Brain Cell!
Actually, yeah, Graves is right. That would actually. I know he's saying it's a joke, but that would actually be good for a Fire Dracian thing. The explosive vents. That's actually a really decent inspiration to try and use.
Hey!
Okay,
Like,
so you're all
random
gonna brain
inspiration,
think
go.
that, and I'm gonna start session, and then we'll recap of this after session.
Okay.
So, let's see. Tayo and Lily, it has a fine mist is beginning to rain down. The sky is still mostly clear as you are all trekking back to your base camp 3 miles uphill.
It was 3 miles uphill here. It's 3 miles uphill back. What the hell is
No,
this?
you went
Well,
downhill this way.
presumably,
3
yeah.
miles uphill both ways.
In the snow, barefoot.
Well, there was a
fighting
medieval
for our
war
lives
going
against
on.
Coyotes.
Just love how we all know that skit.
Because we've all heard it. It's a classic joke about like just
No.
sorry.
You
Classic skit of
you
one-upmanship.
eventually manage to make it back to the base of your keep. You see a few straggling enemy forces get shot down by the archers as Mup signals to them to not shoot.
Shout out to Mup.
Yeah.
That took me saying, wait, who's Mup? Oh, wait, no, Soul's character.
Ma'am.
I was going based off of they were a mysteriously unnamed person, so Mup.
Yes, they are a mysterious, unnamed individual.
Yes.
No, that's Mui.
Oh.
So, Moo? Are we calling them a cow now?
No,
No,
mysterious
it's
unnamed
MUP. Mysterious unnamed person. Right? Did I mess that up? Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
And
It's perfect.
as you enter So Reginald is there by the gates to greet you. He seems quite winded, but he does have a smile.
We
Is
were
everything dead in here?
We've managed to deal with them.
Well, that's good. We cleared out the onslaught of the trebuchets.
He breathes a sigh of relief. Thank
Well,
goodness. I
We
wasn't.
destroyed their trebuchets and ran them off.
Oh, but
He nods.
we
That alone should buy us at least a few weeks.
there's still some people in down there.
Yeah, yes, the victims of what would you call it? Artillery? I'm not sure. These poor
Artillery?
people. They were being used as literal fodder.
You see Sir Reginald's face grow darker as he takes a deep breath. I see.
Now I reckon whoever you send down to go catch them and bring them up here is leaving them blindfolded.
He nods. This will not be good for morale.
We can most likely get them help, but it's gonna be complicated.
Indeed. I cannot though help but wonder who is more at risk, them or us.
It's a question, is it not? So long as they aren't touched by the light of the full moon, or at least moonlight in general, they should be fine.
No, I fear not for the moon's gaze, but for the judgment of those within these walls upon them.
Let's see. Again, we should be able to get them help, but it's... I don't understand how this stuff works at all. Perhaps those followers of the moon god could shed a bit more light.
I believe it would be best to send the Goliaths, as they have had the least unpleasantries.
Agreed. That seems like the best option. Billy
All
Bear?
right, then.
Well, Billy Bear is the one truly in charge. Alright, so she has final say.
I think the Goliaths are a good fit to go.
So Reginald nods and goes to give some commands, and as he does so, you notice people begin dimming out some of the larger blazers of lights, and so Reginald is organizing various troops to basically do some scouting around the outer walls.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Alright.
Everybody, please.
One perception. 11?
11? 18.
Are we all rolling perceptions?
Yes.
Let's see what if I got it.
16?
Repetition.
Okay. Lily, with your
14.
special eyes, you alone notice something.
Oh boy. Lily's like squinting. Hmm.
With your magic eyes, you pick up on something in the chaos of various movements and orders being given around.
Interesting. Um. Lilybell will make note of it, but will be making sure the Goliaths are all gathering. Okay.
They are, with
Okay.
their steady, relentless pace, they slowly begin making their way out. Each one that passes you, you get a weird sort of sense. It's almost like an intrusive thought.
Hmm.
Just fleeting images, thoughts, a question on how much pie can one small pink thing consume?
The answer may surprise you.
Another, wondering what clouds taste like.
Lily almost gets distracted with that one because right at that point she's like, "That's a good question," and then she's like, "No, focus." Um.
I'll just kind of look over. You okay?
Yeah, I think so. There's something strange happening, but I'm not quite sure why.
You're more connected with this area than I am. Oh, everyone here than I am, really.
I I think I've just had the brain fart I needed to remember what I was doing. Okay. And Lily's gonna like snap her fingers together and then look over to Pyre really quick and be like, "Pyre, I almost forgot. We talked about the ladies being able to dance."
Oh yes.
in the moonlight. Okay, so we gotta make sure all the men are out of here. All the ladies are gonna be dancing naked. Uh, we should make sure that we get everything they need.
Pyre will not.
Uh,
All right, let's go. Let's go make sure everyone gets to bed. I don't want to delay this ritual any longer, I suppose.
yes. And maybe I guess we could make sure that they have like a nice like open space to like dance.
I mean, we do have an open courtyard, don't we? We do have a nice open courtyard for them to be able to dance
Yes.
in.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be great.
All right.
I think that would be unless do you think they need to like I don't know, our courtyard, is it dirt floor or is it ground or did we put like stone down?
Currently, it's trodden mud.
Good enough.
Yeah, that'll be good enough, I'm sure. I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they don't really care exactly what the ground is. They just want to complete the ritual.
That's fair. Okay, let's make sure everyone is ready for Betty Bye, and we could go by uh the last we knew they were working on the cleaning of the barrack building, right? With Drellis.
Yeah, they were in the middle of that. Okay, come on. Go check up on
Okay,
them.
let's go. What do we do with Titan?
I think they need him for that.
Oh, right, he's gonna be their connective pillar. Perfect. Titan, come with us.
He has to be connected to it for whatever reason.
Perfect.
I don't remember the entirety of it, but apparently he's like the child of the moon. She just looks up the giant rock man.
That is a way to
Look,
describe.
I'm just saying it as best I can. I don't understand you or what you do or what you are really, but here we are.
It was when Titan was standing outside of the barrack building and kind of speaking through to her, right? When we had met up with her.
Oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Well, I don't really know what they were talking about because I wasn't paying attention.
I don't remember either, but come on, let's go see them.
You specifically remember Lily of the Mystic Veil covering her mouth, trying to not burst out in laughter as she watched Vilway's angry prancing around cleaning up.
Yeah, I do recall that.
So you spend a bit making sure that the men are outside the keep walls. You find a few who seem to like the almost as though they're trying to hide in a bush, but totally playing it off chill as you haul them out.
Yeah,
Lily will literally
I just
hurt
imagine
them.
Fire just like holding two by their shirt collar. It's like, all right, get out.
Oh yeah, could you make me a perception check?
Sure.
This is a private affair.
Perception. I'm gonna re-roll that. 22.
You hear a sound so faint that it makes no sense that anyone could ever hear it, but it's a sound you would hear no matter where in the world you are. The sound of calcium bonds splitting ever so fragmentously.
Did someone just get their bones broken?
Pyre just
No, there's an egg catching.
Pyre, as soon as she throws somebody out, she just pauses, hands open, eyes going wide before she just immediately collapses onto all fours and jumps into the air.
Straight up.
Straight up to the
full vertical.
Basically full vertical, straight to where she left the egg. It's like, wait, touching. Seer just disappear in a puff of smoke.
Right. So as that happens, it is a little more time before Lily, you, along with some of the other ladies, watch a interesting sight. You see the Dark Elves come off, Vilway practically tearing the clothes off her body as Dvelis walks around sighing in exasperation as she tries to pick them all up. And then, as one, they begin to dance. In a clearing with some trees around them, they dance, beautiful graceful movements as they leap and twirl in the light, and as they do so they draw out their blades, the tip of which seemed to almost catch the light as though it was weaving it like threads. And soon this woven tapestry of silvery moonlight begins to form structure as they are guiding its flow as they dance and weave through the trees and over soft grass. It's almost like you can hear music, as though these woven strands of moonlight were the harp strings, and these dark elves, their mistress, their muses.
Beautiful.
This carries on for some time as the light haze of rain turns into more of a steady drizzle, but even that too is wrapped up, woven in this tapestry of silver light, reflecting and enhancing it in a gleaming array of sparkles that shimmer down all around. You hear the faintest sound coming from outside. My socks are wet. But it is drowned out, not by volume, but the sheer beauty of the display in front of you. And then one of them steps forward suddenly as they begin to twirl in tidal rings, holding aloft what appears to be a sword. As they remove the oiled canvas from around its blade, it seems dull, but then, as the woven light seems to flow into it, it shines brighter and brighter as the light seems to concentrate onto it in woven runes. In woven runes. And before your eyes, the gleam of the sword seems to shine out as brightly as the moon before it.
Ooh, shiny.
After the silvery strands of the moonlights fade, and you can tell the ritual is complete, the dark elves continue to dance. The expressions on their face, you think it is one of pure exuberation and joy, as slowly those around you will begin to head to bed.
Ooh, Dark Moon Great Sword.
As soon you all head to bed, and as your room, by the way, is up here in this tower keep, as you walk in, you actually see Sir Reginald is using a hammer as he's pulling up floorboards.
Oh. Concerning.
He looks at you. Don't mind me, your ladyship. I'm merely removing a safety precaution as you reach in and you watch him pull out a barrel of black powder with many wooden spikes set to boards above it that were directly below the bed.
Oh God!
Lily has one of those big sweat marks, and she's just like, aha, that's great. Good job.
Of course, it's just a little precaution back from my, all your days.
I wish to know more, but like, damn.
Lily would definitely just be kind of like, uh-huh, is greatly concerned, but will not ask questions.
Oh, do not worry. These were not for you. These were just for when this room was to be her ladyship's Alexandria's.
I see.
Oh, hello, Warlock Engineer. Sorry I did not see your messages. I was too busy dealing with some stuff on another page. Welcome to the stream.
And as he quickly relays the floorboards, he gestures towards the finely upholstered bed with solid oak beams supporting the canopy around it.
Ooh,
Oh, very nice.
fancy.
Bruno would probably already be hopping up into bed.
Actually,
Nasty and
Bruno's already
all.
sound asleep. You saw him as you passed by the kitchen.
Are all the puppies with him?
Did you count all the puppies?
I did count all the puppies because we
All the
named them, remember?
Yes, all the puppies are there.
Perfect. Lily would give each and every one of them a forehead kiss and say goodnight with all of their names.
Okay.
Adorable.
Good night, Bruno Jr. Good night, Balto. Good night, Bernard. Good night, Bruce. Good night, the Boulder. Good night, Bebe. Good night, Bella. And good night, Beatrice. And good night, Bruno. I'd like to think that in, like, the... Oh, gosh. The derpy 7th dwarf whose name I can't remember that's not derpy. The way he always pushed in line to, like, get a kiss from Snow White before the rest of the dwarves. I headcanon that that's the Boulder.
Actually, you kissed the boulder 3 times as he kept pretending to be asleep, walking over his actually sleeping siblings.
Oh my god, that's so adorable.
Perfect.
Oh, they're so cute. Oh, just squish them. Just squish their heads and take it up.
And so then you tuck in, and you have a wonderful sleep. Mup, as you're laying on the palisade, you get poked in the side by your commander, who looks bone tired and soaked, as he's just like, "For the last time, you damned elf, you can't be sleeping here."
My character will just ever so gently raise the hat off of her eyes wide awake. Who said I was sleeping?
I don't care what it is you knife-eared folk do. Get ye ass under a proper roof before Sir Reginald gets on mine again. Or I'll throw ye in the stockades for defying orders and disrupting disciplines.
First off, never said I worked for you. Never enlisted in your little charade here. I'm just here following a lead on a job. Everything outside of that has been out of the own sheer goodwill of my heart.
I see. He pushes you off the palisade outside the keep.
He's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Can I deck save?
You may attempt deck save to reduce the damage.
$15.
That unfortunately does not hit the 16. You are going to take 19 bludgeoning damage as you land outside the
Wait,
keep.
hold on. Hold on. Indomitable. I get to re-roll that.
Oh god.
What does Indomitable do?
Well,
Okay,
Well,
so
shite.
you
Just to
take
reroll the roll and use the new
you
one.
take. You must use the new wool. Okay, so
Yep.
with that, the damage is doubled. You take 38 bludgeoning damage.
that's fine.
Jesus.
Instead
had
of the instead of the bush you tried to land on, you accidentally ended up landing right on the rock.
Well, I was
Oof.
gonna say, can I dex check to just kind of like grab onto the palisade and not fall?
No, this guy didn't like push you.
You
He like got down
butterfingered
and like
it.
shoved you from under, just full yeeting you off the side of the wall.
Damn.
Nice.
So you all, except Mup, have a nice night's sleep. Mup is going to have a sore back.
Wow. I
I'll
mean,
just
not
go
way, but
find
wow.
a tree to tie myself into and lay down. You said 38 damage?
Yes.
Oof.
Meh.
Tigan, what are you doing?
Sleeping.
I like to think Titan sleeps like a horse, standing up.
Lions don't sleep standing up. They usually form a meditative stance. They are in fact sleeping, it's just their mass is so dense they can just stay upright. Is there a particular spot you'd want to sleep in?
For me, just whatever tree's nearby that has a low but high enough hanging branch that I could tie myself into and not worry about like something coming up and trying to rip me out of the tree from the ground.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the night passes. Kaya, you crawl up around your egg as you also can no longer fight off the sleepies as you succumb to it. And then everything turns sideways. And then vertically.
Huh? What? Oh. Right.
As you see sitting there before you, not with a cup of tea, you see Catalogue. She has a fierce expression on her face. And she is wearing heeled shoes. You've never seen Catalogue wear shoes before.
Oh no.
She stands up. There's a sharp clack of her heel across the polished marble tile of this podium. By bloodlust you went astray. Do you truly wish my path to stay?
Yes, Catalogue, I wish it.
To regain my favor, you must pray at my altar divine. build my church, erect my temple, raise my shrine. If 3 suns set, and you have not prayed, my church not made, then as the last lights of day, so too shall my blessings fade. Catalogue slowly spreads the papery wings behind her back as her volume increases in pitch. A large door, open for all, 2 rooms separated by hall, one of shelves, filled with knowledge wall to wall, with lectern my altar, overseen by window tall, so too to read, by light of sun or moon, be it midnight or noon, a stone hearth with kettle and metal grate, to heat the water for tea to make, the other a room for the leaves, the papers, the inks, candles to light, of cabinets and drawers with desks to write, sturdy table and comfy chairs to sit to read through storm and night. Atop it all the steeple, with bell loud and clear, its song to reach my people, harmony to their ear. Go now, you of chosen few, prove thine faith true. And with that, Catalogue flaps her wings once. Pio, your eyes jolt open as the first light of day is cresting the horizon.
Can I please get that in written word? I tried to type that down, but that went by too fast.
Build a church.
I need the details. I'm sorry, I tried to write that down, but it just kept going and going.
It was an oh shit moment very quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do apologize, Saya.
It's okay, we've got the spark notes. Build a church, pray. Pray again.
Yeah.
I will send this to you because I imagine this is like bond into Pio's brain.
Yeah.
You've got a. Oh boy.
Oh no. It's burned into her 3 remaining brain cells.
Actually, no. I'll put this in. I'll post this in campaign notes.
Oh, she like just branded it on your brain, literally.
Fire just opens her eyes, just groans to herself before she looks down at the egg.
It is slowly spreading with cracks along.
I will just look to it.
Hey, stop that! No posting in campaign notes.
But what?
I saw Pio is typing up here in campaign notes.
Oh, I did. Oh, sorry. I was looking at it and I accidentally hit a button.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Okay. The Iris is gonna look down at the egg and give it a kiss before she just sighs and gets up. I have 3 days to build a church. Shit. Well, we gotta start somewhere, I guess. As she is going to basically just kind of go downstairs and grab something to eat.
So you plunge down as you are getting some food. Shortly Lily Bear shows up. For some strange reason, she has also awoken early, though she had a lovely dream of fluffy pink unicorns running on rainbows.
In
Fire
tune and everything.
Fire just looks over with like a sausage half hanging out of her mouth. Before she just like, oh, hello, bear.
Hi, Pyre. Good morning.
Well, I found out what, karaoke wants me to do.
Oh yeah, as Lily's like sitting down with like her plate of food, she's feeding Bruno little bits.
Pyre will finish what she has in her mouth before saying, she wants me to build a church.
Oh. Well, I mean, I guess it was coming. So that's to be expected. I guess we could talk to the stonemasons and
We have 3 days.
I
Or
guess see
I
how.
have 3 days.
Excuse me.
I have 3 days, or I'm gonna lose Catalog's favor.
Oh. Well, that's gonna expedite it on the list.
Yeah, no, you're telling me. I have 3 days or I lose her favor, so. I mean, I did fuck up really bad, so a hard punishment is necessary. And I do have a bunch of money. Let's see here. She wants it. She wants it to be 2 separate halls, no, a large door for all, 2 rooms separated by a hall, one of shelves filled with knowledge wall to wall with a lectern overseen by a very tall window, and ready to be read by sun or moon. Uh, with a hearth, a kettle, and a metal grate. To heat water for tea. And the other room is for the leaves, the paper, inks, candles, and stuff like that. A cabinet and drawers with a desk to write. Sturdy table and comfortable chairs to read through stormy nights. And atop it all, a steeple with a bell that's loud and clear.
Halfway through, you watched Lily had started to eat her food, but the more you kept listing, her fork stopped about halfway, and she just started staring. And she swallows and goes, you said in 3 days? Count them 3 days?
I mean, she said if 3 setting suns have passed, then I lose her favor.
Oh boy.
So yeah.
Alright, I guess we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I mean, Caliga, Caliga wouldn't give me an impossible task, right? Right?
This is the moment Lily's fork makes it to her mouth, and she just shoves her mouth full of food and just like, mm-hmm.
Brian just sighs. I know I fucked up, but damn.
Don't worry, we'll do this together.
Right, I know we will. Okay, we just need to get the stone maces together. I guess we're paying for overtime?
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to pay for overtime.
Overtime and a half. Fuck.
Maybe start on your daily prayers sooner rather than later.
Well, yeah, I know, but she wants me to pray at this temple we're gonna build. If I don't pray by the 3rd sunset at this temple, well, I'll lose her favor. I'll become an oathbreaker. At least I think that's how that works.
Well, we won't let that happen. I promise.
Right.
But it might be good just to get those dailies out.
Right. Right. Also, right. Wait, we also have that deal with the lady at the druid camp. Frog lady. You remember Lily Bear?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, Frog Lady. She would be willing to give us some of their druid knowledge in exchange for some milk from our cows. She just like very clearly clarifies quickly. Just like she's not making that mistake again. So I can get that shipment set up. Oh, our stuff!
Oh yeah,
Our
you
stuff from
mentioned
with the caravan. Okay, I need to go check on that. You want to go visit the stonemasons, or should I?
I could swing by the stonemasons. I think that that's on the way to where I think I need to go.
All right.
I need to go talk to a seer as well. So
Right. Right. Okay.
I have a list.
All right. I'll go check on the caravans and meet you at the stonemasons then.
Perfect.
All right. Pyre just sighs. This is gonna be interesting. All right. All right. Pyre's just going to finish eating what she's eating, and is then going to go head out.
Lily will do the same. She'll like finish forking food into her mouth, look over, realize that most of the food she was trying to hand Bruno is now covering a very greasy faced puppy as the boulder has been on top of Bruno this whole time, stealing bits. So Lily's gonna take the time to wipe off all his grease and then head out.
Alright, so as you both walk out the front of your little Martin Bailey castle, and you actually run into Drellis.
Oh, perfect.
She turns to you with a smile. You see she is holding she's carrying a large basket that seems to be filled with bars of soap.
Oh, cute.
Hey, Joss. How you doing?
Oh, good morning, Captain. Good morning, your ladyship.
Good morning, Drellis.
What's all the soap for?
Oh, well, so Reginald was saying that the soldiers could finally have a break. They've been so exhausted, barely sleeping as they fight off during the nights and try to prep during the day. I don't think the captain has slept properly in 2 weeks, and I don't think anyone even took off their muddy clothes before turning into bed last night, so I thought it'd be good to wash the linens today, kind of start off fresh, now that hopefully the nightly sieges have ended.
Right. That's a really good idea, Drillis. Good on you. I got a few things to take care of. It's gonna be interesting. Our stuff should have arrived, hopefully. Hopefully it wasn't delayed by the whole thing. Well, Drillis, Pyro just give her a pat on the shoulder. I'll leave you to it, alright?
Then you hear a sound. It is a light, almost humming sound.
Pyro just perks up and looks around.
So we are not even going to broach that subject.
Hopefully, we won't have to worry about it. We're going to have a plan.
We already have a plan, and hopefully we can do it.
As you hear the light humming, you see a figure walking up. Though it actually takes you a solid minute to recognize it, as they just seem to appear so radically different.
Hey!
You see
Hey!
Vilway, she walks up, she's humming happily as she's almost swaying her hips as she walks up. She smiles, down at Trellis. You said we're doing the linens today? Yes, Vilway. I thought it'd be a good chance to refresh the rooms. That sounds wonderful. I'll get started stripping the sheets. And with that, she waves the duster in a smile before walking off.
Pyre just
Yo!
smiles. She's in a good mood after performing the ritual.
Trellis nods. I think she might have just been tired and religiously frustrated.
Pyre just sighs. I kind of get the feeling.
You see, as dark elves, they don't really sleep, they just meditate, and I think meditating in a closed off room wasn't doing them very good. They spent the hours before sunrise just in this circle, and that they all seemed really happy. I think it's done them a lot of good.
Well, I get anything to do with their religion is probably good for them.
Then
I
Vilway looks back over her shoulder as she smiles at you. Oh, when the chosen one wakes up, please let me know. We need to give him the blessings of the moon goddess.
will do if I can find him.
And then she continues on again as she approaches the walkers' barracks, just as the first of them begin to groggily step out into the fresh morning light.
Maybe I don't need to talk to Seer about getting them new clothes. They seem to be doing quite well, actually. I mean, I still will. It would be a nice gift.
Yeah. Alright. Joss, you get to work. I'll get everything sorted. And well, yeah. There's a lot for everyone
By the
to
way,
do
Captain,
today.
she says with a smile as she continues along the way she was going.
Pyre just smiles.
Yes.
And she just looks a little bare, and she waits until Drillis is like out of earshot. I need to explain everything to her.
No, that's fair. I believe in you. And Lily like takes you by the arms, not by the shoulders, because she can't reach. And she's like, Pyre, we're gonna do this together, and you're gonna be fine, and you're gonna be great. We got this.
Right.
Team break.
Break. Okay, I'll meet you over with the
Me
with the dwarves.
meet me by the big shiny stone in the center when you're done.
Will do.
It's a good big meeting point.
Agreed. And with that, Pyre's going to go head off towards, I guess, the gate area to see if the caravan arrived okay.
Yeah, and Lily's gonna head towards the stonemasons.
As you reach the day and you climb to the tower to looking out into the distance, you do in fact see the porters you had hired. They have just reached the very base of your hill, and you can just see them from your vantage point of a tower atop the hill. It'll probably take them most of the day to actually reach up to your point, though.
Okay. Pyre just smiles a little bit before she looks to whoever's on guard.
Looking to see who is on guard, you see what appears to be a half-elf.
Keep an eye on that caravan and call for Pyre Ignis when it arrives.
He slowly nods as he continues to stare out. His eyes are like, if the bloodshot veins of your eyes could become bloodshot, that would be his.
Let
He is blazed.
or at least let whoever comes
If
relieve
you could be
know.
blazed on lack of sleep, yes.
Or let whoever is going to relieve you know as well. Okay.
Another slow nod as he continues to stare out, unblinking.
That's a little concerning, but thank you. And she just gives the guy a pat on the back.
1 second, I need to make a check.
You gotta check to see if he falls over.
He crumbles like a sack of dry leaves.
Ah!
No! He
Okay.
hasn't slept in days.
Pyre's just gonna be like, Captain? Oh, yeah, he's probably not in earshot. Alright, come on. Alright, come on. Pyre's just gonna pick him up and drag him to the barracks.
Mm.
Ugh. At least give him something comfortable to sleep on. She's not gonna leave him up there. Ugh.
Right. As you make your way down the steps, you do in fact see where Titan is sitting as he slowly begins to roll his big shoulders.
Hey, Titan. Head of the
Mm.
Moon Ladies wanted to tell you to go look for them when you're awake. Something about finishing up your blessings.
Slowly starts walking off to the to where they are.
The Moon Lady. But Pyro will just finish dragging the guy to the barracks.
So you managed to find a unoccupied bed that you dumped the guard in. You don't really know which one is his.
This will be fine. I mean, he needs to sleep, obviously. And she just pats him on the head before heading out with a just whistling like nothing happened.
Give me a performance check.
Oh, hold on. Performance. Not 20.
You think that somehow
yeah.
for a 6.5-foot dragon lady with massive wings and radiant golden armor, you somehow are completely inconspicuous.
Pyre just walking out, pretending like nothing just happened. That I didn't accidentally knock out a guard.
Casual whistling.
Just looking super casual.
So, Titan, what are you doing?
I am heading over to the Moon Elves.
Oh,
Do you
damn.
know where the moon elves are?
I think I do.
Do you sense
He
where
went
the
with
moon
us to the
ladies are?
barracks.
Do you know where the moon ladies are?
So, arriving in the barracks, you don't see anyone, but you do in fact see, the silvery hair done up in a bun, holding a big basket of laundry heading down towards the river. What do you wish to do?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Arriving at the barracks, you don't find the Dark Elves in there, but you do see that the rooms have been stripped of their linens, the curtains taken down, and looking out, you manage to catch the top of the long white silvery hair put up in a bun as one of the Dark Elves carrying a large basket of linens is heading down towards the river.
Follow them.
So you lumber along, and eventually you catch up, and you see they've set up various wash tubs. They're heating water as they're preparing for a full day of laundry. And as you approach, you see Drellis directing things. She looks up as you approach, and then the rest of them turn and look up at you. As Vilway, I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I was told you have something for me.
Vilway smiles and nods as she dries off her She wipes her gloves off on her apron, then approaches you. Chosen one. Emissary of the goddess. Due to the unfortunate nature of your arrival on this plane, you were not whole. A crucial piece of you missing. We cannot make you whole as the goddess intended, but we can stow upon you the blessing that was meant to be conveyed. And with that, two of the others go, pick up their squats and go running back up the hill. The dark elf looks up at you. She actually takes a few steps back to be able to properly look at your eyes. Your form is so unlike that of what I would think from the goddess. But even though your form, your colors, it all seems to directly contrast the goddess's vision, I can feel coming from you an intensity, a radiance. You are unmistakably sculpted by her hands.
Mm.
Tell me, have you seen her?
You mean the goddess?
Vilwe slowly nods. I can feel her form against mine, embracing me as I dance in the moonlight, but I've never seen her visage. Not truly.
Mm. This grinding sound just continues for like a minute as he tries to think about like, has he seen her in person?
Microwave noises.
I do not think I have.
Vilwe sighs and slowly nods. I suppose. Yes, I suppose even the chosen of the goddess would not get to view upon her visage. It is said that that is something rewarded to those as they move on from this plane. A gift given for a life of devout faith, for succeeding in their mission to her.
Perhaps. All I know is I lived alone on the moon before coming here.
She blinks. She blinks again. You. You. She turns to Drellis and swaps over to another language as she's asking something, and Drellis nods, eyes equally wide. The moon.
Yes.
But isn't it just a manifestation of the goddess's light? How could anything be on the moon? It's 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 just a great light. It is.
It's a rock.
You see Millie slowly blink.
You just destroyed this woman's whole
What?
faith.
It is large and rocky and shines with the light you sow.
Could you repeat that?
Give me
You
a second.
okay?
I need to
That
drink.
is the sound Titan makes
You sure?
as
He makes
as
that exact
Dwayne
sound.
Rock Johnson suddenly pecks him right in the jugular.
Respect your mother.
It is large and rocky, but it does indeed shine with the light you so take comfort in.
I's knees start shaking. Yeah, Villay's knees start shaking, and Ive rushes over and like helps her sit down.
Titan out here just revealing their entire life is a lie. The world isn't flat.
Yeah,
The
you just
world is
ruined
not
this
flat.
woman's whole worldview.
A rock?
That's not the boulder, that's the rock.
But how that can't be. No rock could hang in the sky like that.
I will not astronomy dump. No, I will not astronomy dump. He does not know that. He does not know that.
If only Cataloge's follower was right here, Cataloge could info dump.
But it. And then Villay turns to look you up and down. But you're bigger than the moon is.
From here.
Huh?
Imagine if I stand, and he just points like over at a mountain. If I stand way over there, do I not become smaller?
Villay stops responding.
The moon is just very,
You've
very
gone from
far
cracking
away.
her egg to scrambling it. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you just shattered this whole woman's reality.
I walks over and says, Titan, could you come over here with me? She brings you a little into the tree line a ways, then turns to look at you. What do you think you are doing? Do you have any idea how much hardship that poor lady has been through? I don't care if you're from some fancy moonrock goddess. You don't just destroy a person's life views like that. Do you have any idea what that's going to do? She was just finally starting to relax after being in a terrible mood for weeks, and you, sir, need to think before you speak.
Oh, dear Lord.
By darn it, if they had a costume big enough, you'd be in that maid suit too, goddammit.
Just put him in the maid outfit.
The Titan's just like, she asked a question.
Just because people ask doesn't mean
honestly.
you should always answer like that. Think about this. Did you even consider her feelings once?
I do not see how one's feelings apply to one's reality.
So typical. You moon rock sent champions of the balance of harmony are all the same.
How many has she met?
By that statement, it has to be more than one.
I want to know now. How many has she met? Damn. That this is a common issue for her to deal with. What have you been up to, Trellis?
Titan would not know this, otherwise I'd ask for a history check, but...
No, Titan certainly would not know.
Honestly,
I wish Pyre was there. She would make
okay,
a
from
roll.
now on, you're gonna keep all this revelations of Genesis to yourself. Do you understand me?
No, I do not understand.
Look, you can't just go around altering people's fundamental views on reality. It's not good for them. And if you need to restore the balance, you need to help do what's good for people, because everybody already has way too much bad things in their life right now. You're just making more bad, and that's not balance.
So me coming from the moon is bad.
No, you telling people you came from the moon is bad.
There it is. Maybe they'll just
So you are
assume the moon
saying
birthed you.
that being honest is evil.
No, I'm saying you need to consider people's feelings and what kind of impact it would have on them before you tell them things like that.
Behold Titan, explaining he's from the moon.
The moon! We are going to steal the moon! That's basically what he said to her. She said,
that would be... no, Titan hears this and he'd go full mortar mode, and that would be the most epic fight ever. Like, Gru outspeeds heat-seeking missiles.
I always love that scene because it's just like, damn, he is actually a good father.
Mm-hmm.
damn.
Drelis is standing there. She's got her hands on her hip. She's leaning forward slightly. She's standing on like a tree branch midway up the tree to glare at you.
I can see Drellis doing that so much.
Just look at her. She points out the woods, and you're both high enough that you can see, far enough that you see Vilway's just kind of over the wash tub, slowly washing clothes with kind of like a dazed expression in her eyes.
She sounds like
You've sent her into an existential crisis, and she spent all night making a fancy sword for you. Is that how you repay people who do you favors?
I simply do what I was sent here to do.
Well, I'm pretty sure that your Mother Moon Goddess Creator did not send you here to wreak emotional havoc on her fellow disciples. Do you think that's what she would have wanted you to do?
I cannot foretell whether telling the truth is going to cause harm.
Well, I'm telling you, saying you're from the moon and then revealing all these moon truths is going to cause a lot of distress in a lot of people. So, unless it is your moon goddess mission to distress and upset people, I think that you should just say you're an emissary sent by your goddess. And leave the specific natures or truths of the moon out of the conversation.
No, I want to say a line, but wait, no, that doesn't work, because Catalogia's goddess of knowledge.
Again,
follow her.
Catalogia got all the facts.
Again,
Mhm.
Catalogia, unfortunately.
All facts and printer.
Unfortunately, Caliga's disciples are not there right now.
Now, currently, Catalogue is revealing the horrifying truths of Y2K by the archivists of 4chan.
Oh dear God!
That's
Oh no!
literally the worst.
I wish her luck in surviving that. Because I've read that and that shit just gets fucking whacked. Ugh.
The Y2K panic. There are people
yes,
who are
currently-
alive that do not
Currently,
remember that.
Dwellis is glaring down at you.
I fail to see the need of why I should obfuscate the truth.
So you don't care about all the severe emotional traffic and harm you're going to be dealing on people, and that you're going to be destroying the balance that you were sent to fix.
If one smashes their toe on a stone, does the stone cease to exist because you do not like it? Or do you learn to avoid the stone?
Dwellis slowly narrows her eyes. Well, if the stone is cold and uncaring and mean, then no, but maybe if the stone had compassion and understanding and actually wanted to help other people, maybe the stone would move out of the way so that you didn't stub your toe on it, because it's an empathetic being with free will and thought, and has the capacity towards compassion for others and not just cold, ruthless truths, as it claims. So let me ask you, Titan, are you a ruthless, cold, unliving thing, or are you a person who cares about people? I think you should be asking yourself that and really consider what that means. And as Dwella says this, she begins to slide out of the tree just as the other two elves come back down the hill, holding a large leather wrapped object between the two of them.
Titan beholds this leather wrapping.
Railway slowly turns. She still looks dazed as she unwraps it, and it is the blade from the night before. There's no glow to it. It seems just like regular metal, but she holds it out. Oh, chosen one of the rock, moon, my goddess, gods, why?
Oh no.
And she lifts the blade to you. As you take it, you almost feel a connection, like this blade feels true in your hand. This blade, forged from a shard that was severed off of you, holds in it the gifts of the goddess, a means to reclaim that which was wrongfully taken from her, a way to restore what should be to what once was. And as you do this, you shall collect these blessings, and their might become yours. So is the will of the goddess. And with that, she slowly turns back to doing laundry. The other dark elves look very confused at her. She just kind of pulls one into a hug.
Oh no. Poor girl. Why did the rude rock man have to ruin her worldview?
He wasn't trying to.
These people don't know about astrophysics.
Neither does he. He just knows he came from a giant glowing rock.
He could have said that it was her realm. For all he knows, it was her realm.
For all he knows, that's correct.
Well, he didn't.
He just knows he came from up there, which is the moon.
Uh, uh,
Here, Chi, you have to stay inside. Here, we're gonna go up the stairs there. You see that door?
hold on. Cheat. Where's it?
Over here. Okay, here we are, right this way. Okay, fine, you know where to go.
Sorry, I had to go hold Chi.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss anything?
No.
No, I don't think so. I think you're still good.
Alright. Titan now has sword.
Mm-hmm. I'm debating on whether I need to do a Dante with it or not.
I'm pretty sure you don't need to fucking grab her. I don't think you need. What was the name of that sword in Devil May Cry 5?
Rebellion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't need to pull Rebellion with it. Honestly, when I first saw that scene, I was very surprised about Dante killing himself. Now I played the rest of the series, I'm like, oh, this makes a lot more sense now.
Why would my father give me the rebellion? Hey, look, you want to kill yourself? I'll help. It's like, doesn't die. Instead becomes more powerful.
So does the Titan perform rubber seppuku? Does the Titan stab himself with the blade?
I mean, if that's what he's supposed to do, the blade would probably tell him.
What does the blade say?
Alright, so, Titan, what would you like to do aside from standing there with your blade?
Nope, Titan is a statue for the moment.
Okay.
Camera cuts away to someone else.
So as Titan contemplates seppuku,
Oh my god.
we will cut over to Lily, where did you run off to?
I was gonna go find the stonemasons to see if I could start convincing them to lay down the stone set for a church and
Okay,
try not
so-
to freak them out by it only needing to be done in 3 days.
Lily, you head over to the dwarf hole where the dwarves are.
The dwarf hole.
Where the dwarves are. Perfect.
Matron Beard walks up to you as you come in you see that the dwarves are playing with Emily's younger siblings, and they're like 7+ new baby dwarves. You can't see, yes?
I can't.
No, because this is Lily's scene.
Oh, yes, sorry.
No.
Repeat one more time.
As you climb down the ladder and enter the door into the dwarves' living area, you can see the dwarves are there. Maiden Bear's approaching you. The dwarves are playing with Emily's younger siblings, as well as all the 7 new baby Boulder Bit dwarves.
Cute.
As she walks up, "I'm a lassie. Do you ever needed something?"
Yes.
"I here, have a drink." She gives you a mug of ale and a plate of roast chicken.
Oh, thank
"You're
you.
looking tired. Why not sit down?"
I appreciate that. Do you mind if we have a chat about your projects that you guys have going on right now?
Well, Diantha's
Oh, I
is
already had
currently
a night
thinking
off,
about
that's
maybe
correct.
going to see her sisters up north. We still haven't actually received any word from the Sisters of Stone Society sorority to the south either.
Oh, right. Well, I I have a new proposition for some construction that I would like your ladies' input on.
Oh, don't worry, we're still churning out a steady supply of good mason work.
Good, that's good,
That
good.
damned fool of a half-pint pot-wit needlebrain nearly wrecked some of my best chisels in some mad craven scheme, thinking that the pie had been hidden in the rocks. I tell you,
Oh, yeah.
he does that again, I'll make pie, all right. I'll make pie out of that damned lump of fat he calls a face, I will.
Lily's like awkwardly like picking at the food in front of her, and she's like, I don't blame you. I'm hoping that I can get him a
Now
solid
then,
berry supply."
that lovely lady with the poor condition of being slightly related to elvenkind, brought by some berries lately, and we have a freshly baked pie out of the oven. Would you like a slice, dearie?
I would. That would be lovely, thank you.
You now have a full, keg-sized mug of a full mug of beer straight from the keg, a plate of well-roasted chicken, and now a very large slice of pie.
Ah, perfect. Lily is like salivating over the pie. And she takes her time to eat a little, sip a little, and try
Could you
and
make a con save?
I know I wasn't supposed to drink it, but she would do it anyway.
This is dwarvish beer.
I know, but she doesn't know any better. I mean, she does know better, but she's, too hospitable to actually realize, hey, 17.
Nice.
Her little sip that she can handle.
You're a bit rosy in the cheeks, but your cognitive functions are intact, and more importantly, so are your innards.
Perfect.
Hey, at least he did drink the space wolf. At least he did attempt to drink the space wolf alcohol.
No, I mean, Lily's probably doing better now after she got drunk with that one dwarf guy.
Oh yeah, he did.
She definitely was drinking that time.
Oh yeah, the Elder Dragon blood drink. Oh god.
So
yeah, whatever
Matron
I
Beard
brought
sits
him
down
out of
across
that.
from you as she takes a large, deep swig of hors, and then one of the little bundled bobbies is like reaching, so she gives them a little taste too. And she just has a bright, motherly smile on her face as she kind of looks at you and is like, "So then, dearie, what can I be helping you with?"
Well, you see, I'm thinking, we have an idea for a church, like a chapel kind
Oh, a
of setup, if
church.
you will.
I didn't think ye Minotaurs did that kind of worship.
We're more temple-based people, but actually, this is for well, Pyre actually is who brought it to my attention, so I'd like to do the best I can to help her out. But it is also technically for my goddess, Catalogue, who I am high priestess for, which has been a relatively new occurrence, so I'm still trying to
Oh
lean into
yes,
the position.
I think you did mention something about that last time you stopped in here. The dragon in a book or something?
Yeah, the keeper of written texts, more specifically, my goddess. Um, but Pyre was telling me about this very lovely church idea with a tower with a bell and very
Aye, a
nice
good
inner
steeple. It's a
rooms.
centerpiece of any church. You know, it actually serves an acoustic purpose inside as well, rather than just a support for the bell up top. It adds a reverberation almost to the choirs and chants. Really gets that spine tingling. The
Mm.
principles behind it are actually quite fascinating, and while wood does nowhere near as well as stone, if you're having the inclination, a nice stone arch would be beautiful. Leslie, Leslie, you still there, Leslie?
Yes. Lily like dozes for a second, then comes back in. Um, well, see that it's all just yes, very much like that, and even maybe a couple separate rooms inside with a beautiful interior, and I guess I was wondering how how much I would have to work slash pay slash find aid for us to be done with this in about 3 days.
The room goes silent as Matron Beard slowly looks at you from over the top of her keg.
Lily's awkwardly like got her lips pierced as her lips pursed as she's just like she kind of like running her finger against the glass and she's like
You mean you mean 3 years, right, Lassie?
yeah that see I was hoping that would be more of a reasonable timeline but I didn't know I think the timeline was 3 days.
3 days.
Hmm. I can pay a lot of money.
Lassie, have you ever been to a big city before? Lovely places with those nice paved streets and those beautiful little architectural designs and those fancy irrigation canals.
um I've been to the Tabaxi City. Does that count?
Oh yes, it is a beautiful example of architecture. In fact, it's mostly dwarven built.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. It is very beautiful.
I can say with pride that my dear old mother helped lay some of those cornerstones.
Oh, what an honor.
Aye, it is. And the great temple of the kami, the biggest of its kind in all the lands. Truly a magnificent structure. We had to invent whole new constructions techniques to get those large spires and dome to stay up, I tell you. Do you know how long it took to build that?
I can only imagine.
Well, then we're the same. Because they're still building it nearly 300 years later.
Oh boy.
And you want me to build something like that in 3 days?
Yeah,
Not something of like that scale.
Just maybe a little one. Like maybe just like two little, like two little spaces, a hall, and then the it doesn't even have to be a big steeple, a little steeple with a little bell, a big bell, but like it makes a big sound. Little bell, big sound. We can pack something mighty in a small package.
So,
She's supposed to follow that one up with, just look at me!
Pomeranians are a small but mighty breed.
there's also 8 small but mighty whimpers from the top of the staircase.
Down the stairs!
There's no stairs!
Oh?
It's a ladder, they're still building the stairs!
Oh no!
Wow!
Wow.
The
And then you just hear the boulder.
boulder.
You also hear that sort of parental low growl that's not really Theos that a dog will do as it instructs its children to not leap into a dark hole.
Lily would do her best to be like, oh, hold on 1 second, and like stand up and like go over to the ladder and would be like, okay, one at a time.
Oh no!
Lily, could you make me a strength save at disadvantage?
Oh no!
Oh no. Did the boulder go first?
No, I think Bruno's jumping down with all the puppies in a pouch.
Oh, 12 is so heartbreaking next to a 22.
A 450-pound weight slams into you. You are knocked flat.
That's okay, she takes it. This is not new to her. That's her baby boy.
Uno then paddles over with the basket full of puppies that he like sets on the basket, and soon there are dwarf babies being held by toddler tabaxis holding puppies.
Oh my god! Oh my god, this is so adorable!
They're so cute.
Okay, so what are you hoping to accomplish with this holy site of yours?
To be honest with you, I just don't want my friend to lose her devotion.
I'm sorry, I don't think I'm tracking.
Can Pyre
Well-
appear now? Just like come down the hole, just like to help with this.
We said we were gonna meet at the crystal.
Oh yeah, we did.
So as much as I want to say yes, absolutely, please help me.
Could you try calling for Pyre to help? I don't know. Pyre would be better at explaining the situation.
Kyle, you're at the crystal.
I'm still just waiting, kicking rocks, waiting for Lily to show
You
up.
see the leader of your outband of Goliaths slowly walk up to you.
Oh, hey, big guy, what you doing?
Concerned, Fire One.
Uh,
Place a heavy stone hand on your shoulder as your body tilts to the side.
Huh. So that's what it feels like when I do that to other people. Weird. Yeah. Few things on my mind. Yeah. Got a child on the way. Got to deal with my god taking away my powers if I don't build a church in 3 days.
The Frost has not asked such a thing of us. But if he did, we would raise a spire to block out the sun itself. If we had to do it in 3 days, we'd grab the earth and hold it still such that the day did not end. I hope this helps.
A bit. I think I get what you're putting down, but yeah, thanks, big man. Hey, do you know where Lilyberry is right now? She said we would meet here. It's been a bit. She like, looks down at the sundial on her wrist.
It's
kid,
it's
you wouldn't want
quarter
a
to noon.
sundial.
Huh. Yeah, it's quarter to. I should go check. I should go look for her. It's probably still the sorority or
The
something.
veil breaker, speaker of the forest, herald of the new order, guide to the absolution of the might of the forest's undominable will. He thumps his chest, as does every Goliath. Lily, you nearly punch the dwarf lady in the face as you suddenly thump your chest hard.
I like to picture she's like mid-sentence trying to awkwardly explain how this chapel would work being so small, and then she just like hard chest pounds. But keeps going.
Vulcan this! Yeah. We were going to work on this together and everything, and
Yes, I believe she is speaking with the dwarfs, approximately 82 feet and 6 inches from this location at a 30-degree downward angle.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
He nods.
She will then just go towards the dwarf sorority area.
And then Rock steps up and slowly puts a hand to the crystal as his eyes almost seem to crystal over themselves.
That is mildly concerning whenever you guys do that.
Titan, you have been meditating the sword, and then you were confused as you suddenly pounded it to your chest. It did not seem to enter your body, so you're presuming you're not supposed to stab yourself with it.
Damn, that's some powerful psychic energy. But yes, I'll go to Dwarf Sister sorority area.
Put your token down right here.
Alright, we'll do. I got wiggle! So I got Wiggly Kitty on my arm.
Oh, the chi!
She's attacking my hand!
No.
Like, she wants to be in my arm, but she's also attacking my arm! Ow!
You need to get baggy sleeves.
Ow, wow,
I demand attention!
She just jumped.
She said
Okay, so she
attention,
jumped off
no.
of me, then immediately jumped up and bit my arm. Ow. Ow. Like the Legion in Prey skin, but damn. Okay, the fire's a good climb down ladder and kind of like, Laybar, are you still down here?
Oh, hi, Pyre.
Bless it. I can appreciate you feel passionate about this. But it's not even 3 weeks old yet. You can't just go bim it in the face like that.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
Everything okay, Lily?
Your friend can't hold her liquor. That's what, as you watch Maton Beer just pick up the mug and then, like, walk over to a counter, pour half of it into a different mug, then another half, and then when there's just about an eighth left, she, like, waters that down with fruit juice before reporting it to the table.
Perfect. Lily does a little clap with her hands.
Gah, ruining perfectly good ale like this hurts my soul.
I'll take a heavy mug of that if you don't mind. Pyre just finds a place, just sits down next to Lily Bear.
Hi, Pyre. I was pitching these ladies the idea of the church.
Right. Any issues you're running into particularly?
Well, man, the time proposal maybe.
Caloge did say specifically, 3 sunsets.
Lily looks from Pyre to Matron Beard and is like widening her eyes and like a see, I told you it was 3 days. I wasn't just me.
I had a vision from Catalogue. She was not drinking tea, and she just looks over to Lily Bear, and she was in high heels. She's very mad.
Uh oh.
And if I do not pray at her altar in a church that we are to build in 3 days, I will lose my powers and my connection to her.
Matron Beard slowly takes a deep swig and then keeps going. Still going.
Pyre just takes up the pipe weed. You want some?
Before finally exhaling as she puts down her mug. So what I'm hearing is, for whatever reasons, your god has so decreed that ye are to build her a church in 3 days.
Yep. It is to prove my devotion and basically meant to be a challenge of my faith, I believe. I made a mistake on the battlefield, led to Lilybear's.
Now, I need to be asking, because your friend here was using words like temple and church. Like,
It is a church. It is a simple 2-room affair, with a hallway connecting it and with there to be a damn it. So hold on, I'm looking over my notes. Look over the note. Hold on. Okay, there are to be 2 rooms. One is to have a big window with bookshelves lining the walls, so that the window is to make sure that you can read in the room no matter the time of day. There to be a hearth with a kettle and a metal grate, and a steeple atop with a bell loud and clear. It is its song to reach my people in harmony to their ear. She talks all in rhymes.
Matron Beard looks confused. So you need a door connected to a hearth with a bell on top.
No, it's a 2-room affair. Two rooms specifically. For the woodwork, we're gonna have to go to that halfling. But for the structure, we're gonna have to contract you guys.
I
We are willing to
I-
we are willing to pay extra for this to be done.
I'm willing to pay a lot, and Lily is like trying to like she's actively trying to like do a tiny sketch of like a really small like steeple setup to make it look very simple.
Actually, wait, Slaya. Could I be able to basically kind of make a drawing of what Catalogue described?
You can attempt.
Alright, what do I need to roll for that?
Give me a performance check.
Okay then. That is a 13. If that's not enough, I'll use a lucky point.
13 isn't that good.
I'll use my lucky point. 10. Fuck.
Lily would do her best to kind of like uh while Pyre is talking, she would just kind of put her hand on Pyre, kind of to be supportive, but also because I can just quietly pick Pyre's mind for the thing that Catalogue said.
Lily Bear, do you know guidance?
Actually, yeah, I think I do.
Okay, Lily, you touch Pyre's mind, and you actually see the scene of Catalogue standing there in high heels, glaring down at Pyre.
Oh no.
The dynamic angle continued to go sharper with every word spoken.
Yeah. Pyre's muttering up just it was damn intimidating, being very clear why.
So yes, Lily, you also see what Catalogue says. This basically rhyme in the notes, campaign notes.
Yes. So based on that, Lily would do her best to draw out like the most simplified version of those things.
All right, give me a performance check.
All right. Normal or is it straight?
Yes.
Perfect. You said performance? 20.
Okay, Lily, your experience trying to do some investigative work and other such things has given you a decent sense of architectural design. As you sketch this out, Agent Beard picks it up. She cocks an eyebrow. She looks between the two of you. This is a schoolhouse.
Well, Catalogue is a goddess of knowledge and things that are written, so I guess that makes sense. So, can it be done?
Of course not. You think we can just build something like that in 3 days? Is what I had been trying to explain when I thought you wanted a whole grand religious temple. Of course we can bloody hell put together a schoolhouse in 3 days.
Oh,
Thank God.
You had me thinking you wanted me to raise some great temple to some god of...
She's a god of knowledge in the written word.
Yes, correct.
Alright.
So we got the stones for this, and we can start laying a foundation. However, you're gonna need some carpentry done, and you're gonna need more workers than us three.
Right. We can.
So pick a location where you want this, and I'll get with the Goliaths, and we'll start laying the foundation. You make your way over to the man in charge of lumbers and see what he has for you. And I suggest you find Sir Reginald too, as he's the one running this whole base.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes,
Okay.
good. Those are all good ideas. Started typing on accident. Sorry, Slaya, I'm not typing in campaign notes, I promise.
Fire just sighs and just looks over to Lily Bear. By the way, Rock did a weird thing where he slammed his chest and every other Goliath did that. Is that normal?
Is that what that was?
As she heads out with her. Yeah. Is she just I was waiting for you by the crystal, and Rock approached me and did his best to give me some advice. Stuff about holding the world so the sun doesn't move. I like them. I like the Goliaths, but they kind of worry me at times. They kind of worry me, especially when they talk about the first. Is the first okay?
Well, I mean, last we spoke, they seemed. Well, they had their hands full for sure.
Oh, I won't pry, but you've definitely had a lot more religious experiences than I have. Well, godly experiences, I suppose. Though Kalugi has drawn us. Anyways. Okay, let's go. Before we get into a whole tangent involving that, let's go. And Pyre just sighs before looking, or before thinking a moment. Let's go to the halfling that's in charge of lumber.
Ah, yes, that's a good idea. We didn't meet up at the stone, but
You want to still go visit it?
I'll go there later.
Do you need to do
Yeah,
something at
it's
the
just
stone?
well, I don't know how to say this, Pyre, without sounding like a loon, but I just feel like there's something I have to do at the stone.
You go take care of that then. I'll go start talking with the guy.
Okay, here, and Lily's gonna like pull out like a solid handful of those first edition uh print Miowne coins and be like, I don't know if the lumber men will be as accepting of this as the stonesmiths were. However,
I'll tell him he can exchange them for lots of pie.
yes,
I'll explain
good,
economics to him through pie, if I have
perfect,
to.
perfect.
All right. Thank you, by the way, for helping me with this.
Fire, I'd do anything, honestly, and this is technically for our goddess, so.
Yeah, no, it is, and I'm just happy you're very much willing to help with this. Is all. As Fire just gives her a very big hug.
Pyre would receive a very solid hug from Lily as she's just like, we're gonna do this together.
Then she looks down at Bruno and the puppies. You might need my help with that.
Yeah, they might need help coming back up this ladder. I didn't think about that when I got them down here.
Bruno takes the puppies, looks at the ladder, and then ninja jumps between the sections of wall until he's at the top.
Oh, hell yeah, Bruno, that shit was fire.
Holy. Well, shit. I guess you can just do that then.
And he
Oh!
impresses me more and more every day.
Where did your dog learn all these tricks? Like, I'm actually concerned. Also, where did he learn Dragon Tongue? I'm very worried about that in particular.
Oof!
That is a great question.
Wait, hold on. Pyre's is going to like paint the symbol for for fucking understand language. It's just like, Bruno, how did you learn it?
School?
Oh,
School!
Don't count with it. I was gonna say I have speak with animals.
No, apparently understand languages it works.
Squirrel.
Bruno, how did you learn
You
Dragon
didn't even
Tongue?
need to cast it. You just see him looking at a tree with 8 little puppies. There's a squirrel, and he's just like, squirrel! And they're like echoing, squirrel!
Oh my
Like,
god, that's so
universally
adorable.
understood.
That's so adorable. Pyre's just gonna climb up the ladder and just pet Bruno. We can talk about how you learned Dragon Tongue later. She's then gonna head down to the to the halfling in charge of carpentry. Dear Lord.
And Lily will head with Bruno to the crystal.
Alright, so the Masons are talking, slowly. It's comparing the different stone types.
Which place are the woodworkers at? I honestly forgot. Pretty sure they're over here. Yeah, they're over here. As Pirate's just gonna knock on the door. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
I'm sorry that I got momentarily distracted.
Oh no, you're fine.
Uh, we've all seen Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, right?
Yeah?
So the opening scene where you see a bunch of shirtless men walking to cut logs and trees is what you see over here by the woodmill.
Oh, damn! Damn. Pirate just looks at this going, huh, impressive. Before she just looks over to, and she looks for the specific one she was looking for. You're like, okay, where's that pie-loving weirdo?
I might have to run for a potty break. My apologies.
Okay. So,
You're fine.
Pio, you walk up as you see a man. He looks familiar, but not quite the same. As he walks up, like, Ugh. That is what he says as he approaches you. Ugh.
Eh?
Yeah.
Eh. Who are you?
Name's Asham.
Asham. I don't remember somebody named Asham.
No, you wouldn't. You know my brother Saw.
Maybe?
Used to be lumberjack foreman.
Oh, yes, that.
Died in one of these ambushes.
Oh no. Well, I'm looking to get a job done.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm looking to get a job commissioned for some woodworking.
Well, I suppose that's what we do here. This is lumberyard.
Yeah.
We do woodwork.
All right. So how do I do this whole commission process? I'm sorry, I'm not used to. Well, all that. She just points over to the seven guys that's woodworking with their shirts off. Anyways,
How much?
okay, we're going to. Pirate just starts rattling off the bookcases, some chairs, a podium. Uh,
How much?
uh, how much it takes to be able to get the job done.
That's what I'm asking you. How much?
Pirate just like pulls out the handful of coins. We got several first edition coins.
This is a sawmill. How much board feet do you need?
Oh, I Okay, hold on. Pyre just go ahead, just take out her book and just start scribbling down math.
How much board feet you need? We don't fucking know. We haven't calculated square footage yet.
Oh god, we haven't. Pyre just like Pyre just starts.
Okay. I will give the party a hint. You might want to seek out the person who coordinates all these people.
Right. Pyre's just like, okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I'll give you square footage then. Hold on. Okay, where the fuck is he?
The fudge square footage. I need board feet.
I don't know what that means. Pyre just huffs out.
It's the amount of footage of a board length. How many length of board refers to
Pyre
your board footage?
Pyre just huffs out as she just flies away. He's like, I gotta go find the guy. Reginald!
You find Sir Reginald. He's sitting there. He's got like a hat on with, and as he's like holding a huge stack of different blueprints.
Pyre just lands right next to him. Reginald, I need your help.
He looks up. Of course, Lady Pyre. How may I assist you today?
Okay, so I need your help organizing a whole construction effort of essentially a temple, but basically a schoolhouse to Catalogue. I'm gonna need your help to organize all this. As he just shows off the plans that were kind of drawn out.
So you show like Lily's sketch, and he's like, "Ah, so you wish to make a small abbey?"
Essentially, it's more like a schoolhouse from what the dwarves said, but then again, dwarves. So it needs to
And
be.
he looks at your. All right, so 2 rooms, a hall, simple enough. You'd put the hall along the long side, 2 rooms there, steeple on top. You'd want a ladder, so obviously it would be accessible from this end.
And
I suppose in a few weeks we can have this done.
It needs to be done within 3 days. Catalogue demanded that it be done in 3 days to prove my loyalty to her.
Ah, I see. He slowly rolls up his blueprints, puts them in a little leather satchel at his side.
The workers will be
Titsu
highly paid.
Titsu holds up what looks to be almost like a horn. So Reginald slowly licks his lips. I see. As he blows the horn, and suddenly there's a fury of activity. Walkers start rushing over. Goliath's one of them just literally belly flops off the wall with a thunderous slap.
The thunder flop!
as soon there's a small gathering of people. So Reginald raises his sword to say, I'll go quiet. Warriors, walkmen, and guests, we have been given a holy quest. Those in the realms of the heaven have sought to have a place of worship within this keep, and so by their will they demand a chapel. In 3 days' time, they need have it built. And whom are we to deny them their will? Masons, you shall lay the foundation. Lumberers, start cutting planks of length for shelves. 4 feet units should suffice.
I'm back, sorry.
Upholsters, some curtains and comfy dressings for the furniture. Carpenter, the sturdiest table you can muster. I believe we had been planning one for the hall. Can you repurpose it for this? Yeah, I should be able to do that. Very well then. Emily, you had recently been working on hinges for shutters. Would those support the weights of a fine door? Emily slowly nods. Very well then. Walk, everybody. We have mission. Captain, I believe there are a section of wood elves amongst your division. They meditate rather than sleep, yes? Aye, that's true. Though one of them hasn't returned since I kicked him off the wall.
You did what now?
Well, they were being an obnoxious little shite.
Oh, you're talking about that one that we, yeah, he's a little weird. He probably he likes to sleep anywhere.
We
I
can
believe.
handle that matter later. Can you ask your soldiers to set up a evening and night shift so we can continue working round the clock? If we do that, we can likely squeeze a week's labor out of these 3 days, and we'll need it. They won't be happy, but if it's the will of the gods, there ain't much to be done for it.
Overtime pay will be
Indeed,
granted.
I thank them for their service. I suppose we could, There's a pot and kettle in the kitchen. We won't be able to make a new grate in that time, but we could relocate the existing one. I do apologize. But I feel we will have to tear apart your kitchen.
Oh no.
I've sighs. Well, if the captain needs it, then that's what we'll do.
We'll get a new one installed, don't worry.
And so there was a hive of activity. Where all would you like this church to be located within your base?
Honestly, I kind of want to put it like around here, if that makes sense. Where do you think would be a good place? Like, I'm thinking either here or here.
I mean, ideally, I would like it the closest to the rock, but I don't want it to like be awkward in this area. You know what I mean? Also, I don't want to build it on top of where we had buried that massive tooth.
Ah, good point. Good point.
That is still between these two druidic guardians who haven't moved.
Yeah, which is great. I'm super glad they're there. So probably over here somewhere.
All right, so over here. All right, yeah.
Mm-mm.
We kind of like nestle it over here. This actually looks like a really nice spot. It'll be near the dwarf babies. When they grow up, they'll be able to read the word of catalog. And they'll be able to not only like hear the word of catalog, but also read books from catalog. Pyre then just pauses for a moment. We're gonna need a lot of books.
And as you say that, a familiar man
Lot of
steps
bugs.
forward. You don't recall his name. But, he's that small Minotaur man from the carnival.
Oh, it's you! Pyre just immediately grabs him.
I just had a thought.
Yeah.
So the little dwarf children being grown up with catalogs, she finds a way to manifest. And this is like, yes, I am your goddess. I have been teaching you all this time. They just look up at her, they just point, ding dong, because they know her from the sound of the bell.
They're children.
Yes, catalogy, ding dong. And that was just funny and cute, and I had to share.
You say that, and I immediately just imagine Catalogue, but she has that like twitch to her eye.
It's like they're children. They're children. They don't know any better.
Our children, they're learning. The children, they're learning. The children, they're learning.
This isn't like that asshole from the other world. Pyre will just immediately grab the Minotaur man. Wait, yes, you were the one who made the books at the carnival. You had the books at the carnival, right?
Yes, I have an extension collection of literary works.
I'm going to need all that you have. Just says in a very deep, serious tone.
But
I'll take your entire stock.
my books. You can't take my books. I've slowly steps forward, and from underneath
I'm going to
her
buy all of them.
petticoats, she pulls out her mace.
I am going to buy all of them. They are going into a library / church.
It's my life's work. They aren't for sale.
Pyre just leans in. Please, I'm begging you.
You get to stay at the church with all the books.
Is this a threat? Am I in danger?
Pyre he has a gigantic dragon woman in golden armor leaning over him, grabbing his shoulder.
And then I've this lady he just knows as like the base mom pulling out a glowing mace.
I am asking you very, very nicely. I know what you can do with that mace.
Lilybale.
Yes.
The Minotaur looks at you, and he has a weird blink to his eye as you slowly realize he's blinking in code.
Lily's trying to pick up on him blinking in code. Lily is she sighs a little and it goes and to intervene, and is like, well, to help, and would try and not even necessarily like put herself between him and everyone else in Pyre, but I'd just be like, so I mean, continuing on the subject away from that part.
Look, I just need a lot of books.
How would you feel about helping us manage and gather the resources for a religious library of sorts?
I'm not really a religious man myself.
It's really generally going to be all text, but it's a place of worship, so I feel weird just calling it a regular library. Like an educational place. Schoolhouse adjacent, but still of worship.
Oh, I see. A place of unified learning.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like basically wants she wants to know everything, but she also wants to have people learn what she knows. So having a bunch of books of different types and just different works, she really likes that.
I see. I suppose then I could lend my collection to this endeavor. I suppose it would be nice to get it out of those crates.
Yeah, I'd really like it, and you need anything, just let me know.
And so it is soon a flurry of activities as masons and lumberers, and you see people of stone holding huge pallets of stone from various construction sites over to this location. One of them walks out of the walkers' barracks, cracking the door frame as he's holding up a metal grate. I have acquired greatness. Another one of the glasses slowly nods in approval.
Pyre just giggles a bit. Okay. I should go check on my egg. Pyre just mumbles to herself for a moment.
And so the construction is going as honestly fast as it can be. So Reginald seems to have put all the other projects aside as he's focusing all the workforce on building this. The ground is being cleared, dwarves are laying brickwork, the Goliaths are putting all their strength into these big... It honestly looks like a tree tied to a shield-sized shovels as they're digging out a basement.
Damn. Pyre just sighs and just like, we can actually do this. I'm gonna make sure they get a. I'm going to make sure they get a really good feast. I'm gonna make sure that they get literally they get a very good reward for doing this. And then she's going to go check on the wagon egg because she is very worried about her child, the baby.
Reasonable.
By her right now. The baby.
Okay, I'm gonna call a quick 5-minute break here. I need to like get water and yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And enough for a quick 5 minutes. Hey, get something to drink as well.
That's okay.
No.
Good night.
Good night.
Where did Soul go, by the way?
He had something come up. He had to step out.
Ah. Alright. So where were we?
You and I might be going on a. What is that? What's the name of that song called?
Benny Hill theme.
Yeah, you and I might be going on a Benny Hill styled adventure.
Ooh.
At least that's what I have in my head.
I mean, that I wouldn't mind that, honestly. Hold on.
No, you're fine.
Hold on.
I am
Someone
honestly
actually left the door open.
currently figuring out if my best friend needs help.
Keep telling them, don't leave that damn door open. I don't care what's going on. If you're gonna leave the door open, let me know so I can at least put you in the kennel or in the other room. Sorry. Alright, anyways, so.
Good.
Flay, you was back?
Yes, I is back.
Yes. So, Benny Hill Adventure, question marks?
I
Let's go find some berries for that tiny guy. We could check more things off the list.
Yeah? Actually, has enough time for the caravan arrived, or?
Caravan was supposed to arrive after a thing happened. The thing's not gonna happen. Yeah, the caravan's here.
Oh, was something supposed to happen with Soul or Grave?
Oh, I could go to the rock first. That's something that I still need to do. I need to go
Oh, yeah,
to the
you go do
crystal in the
that.
center. Okay. Lily and Bruno have started their journey to the center of the crystal. Well, not the center of the crystal, but the crystal in the center of base, to be more specific. But Lily honestly would just feel a pull to this rock the whole time. I would assume her being at base, and would kind of just like, she's been putting it off going to see it because she kind of feels like a little obsessive about it. But she's like, finally kind of giving in as she's wandering over to it. Where's my icon? There it is. And I think by the
Oh
time
boy,
Bruno
so
and I
we're
would
doing
get
this.
there, are we doing this?
Soul said he has never been an asshole. He's just been rebellious and not compliant.
I'm so sorry. I really tried
That's
to
why you're so
avoid all of
quiet right
this.
now. Oh no.
I will say, if we get into it, I will have to excuse myself.
I don't mind if we just stop or take a break or do whatever if this is happening.
This is not a new thing that's been happening. This is just the iceberg tip. And
Oh, definitely. It's
No, I just mean the iceberg of today's session. I've been handling a lot of things behind the scenes, and am apparently being stepped around to speak because my opinion doesn't matter. Apparently,
I'm sorry to hear that, Lily.
it's okay.
I'm just gonna like mute the stream for right now. This is really
No, it's
personal
cool.
stuff.
No, you're good. I mean, we can move past it. I was really trying to. Or if you want, we could narratively say that we handle a bunch of things and then
Okay, so in quick succession, the druids of the Biogrove come over, explain to you that there's been a disturbance and some creatures have been acting strangely, and that they've been in contact with Mup to help kind of track these things down for a bit, and they've now located one. You all go out there, Titan has this big fancy moon sword. You realize it's been infected with lycanthropy, and Titan stabs it with his moon sword, absorbing the lycanthropy from it and restoring it to its prior condition, as the party all realizes that they now have the ability to cure those who have been infected with lycanthropy, and the druids, who are
perfect.
Mup's contact, inform Mup that they have got a lead on some of the things he's been trying to find out, and the party gets back. Emily has made the bullets for Mup. She's still a kind of emotional
A
mess
wreck,
at the
yeah.
moment.
I have on my list to go after her ex-boyfriend.
And
Ex-boyfriend, get her siblings back.
And after that
Yes,
hunt, which took roughly 3 days, the party gets back, and oh, lo and behold, it's beautiful. The church is fully built, and it has a little side cottage for the pygmy minotaur to sleep in as the caretaker, and the party goes in, Pia prays, Catalogue gives a little poem, and then labels the pygmy minotaur as her librarian. He gets a suit of magically enhanced full plate armor, and
hell yeah.
the official Disciple account is now 3.
Woo!
And that is the session. Thank you all for attending.
I'm sorry that it had to go this way, Slaya.
I think I am not the person who should be the most sorry, but I am secondary the most sorry.
Hey, I can say that we will tell the blacksmith girl that, hey, we have a way to cure your siblings now.
Yeah, so this was great. We'll go people in the woods, we'll go do the thing, and then we'll come
Hold on, somebody
maybe
just
our
knocked on
path
the
will
door.
be
I'll right
different.
back.
No, you're good. Our path will be changed eventually.
Okay, hold on.
I would also like to add in a little addendum that Lily Bear hugged the crystal, and had her full contact moment that she requires.
I wish that we could have done more.
Yeah, but we we accomplished those things in my heart, so
Yeah.
I don't want to be awkward about it, but I might have to excuse myself, and I do apologize ahead of time.
No, it's fine.
The session was very lovely and a lot of fun. I enjoyed what we did.
Yeah. It's okay if you both need to excuse yourself to go deal with the whole situation.
You know, that was kind of what I spent most of session doing. So honestly, at this point, I think it's just for my own safety, or
Yeah.
not safety, for my own sanity.
Yeah. Lot of huggies.
Thank you, thank you. Um, feel free to do anything cool. This is definitely something cool that you can. If Pyre wanted to do something cool, she can do it now.
Well, yeah, one of the things I was hoping to do was go visit the prior, ask if I could take some milk to the heart druids for the deal we made.
Yeah, that would have been a fun thing to do.
Let's do that next week then, if that's okay.
If there is a session next week, at this rate, there might not.
Oh no. Huggies.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna excuse myself to see if I can go nip this in the butt again.
Alright.
I hope you guys have a great night.
You too.
Please don't let this affect anything. If you, like I said, if you want to do something fun in campaign, that's acceptable. I allow it as a player.
I mean, there's times where I headed off early and you guys still did stuff, so yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can do something fun if you want. Yeah. I guess mainly just to Slaya, please don't let this drag you down too much. I know that that's hard to
It's
just listen to.
I need a party to play the session. Graves' insomnia, he can't stay awake for more than like 3 hours at best. And I shifted the campaign's focus to be more character narrative driven, so I need characters to drive narrative.
If it makes you feel any better, I am more than willing to make this the Pyre and Lily show.
Same. I'm willing to write this
So
out.
if you, yeah, I'm here for the long run.
Yeah.
So it's acceptable in my opinion to just not touch the whatever anymore from yeah. I'm gonna go see what I can do.
Alright.
Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Thanks.
So, do you want me to do anything, Slaya, or...
I
You don't really know?
put a lot of effort into all this.
I know, and
lines for Catalogue, I found assets,
I know. And none of this is your fault. And if it makes you feel any better, I've had a few rough patches like this before at the at the Lancer game. I mean, hell, you've seen a few of them. Just no matter what, the PP will be here to finish out this game. Because I do want to see it through. Because I'm having fun. Just lots of PP huggies. Or if you want, you could try doing some Darkest Dungeons while we finish out TTS.
That actually does sound fun.
Alright. I'll go turn off the stream and get that, and we can go do that. How's that sound? Something nice to help take your mind off all this.